Hey everyone, I apologize that this video took so long to push out to you guys. Past several weeks, been swamped with traveling with the family, and then we've had contractors here at the house doing renovations, so I do apologize for the delay. But let me start this video off by saying that I'm still running my giveaway for free gear. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is like this video, subscribe, take a screenshot of that, and then post the photo on the BROzooka Arms Facebook page, which is in the description. So, okay. This right here towards the muzzle is the actual commander. Just like the war afterburner was the porting, the design that Floyds uses is just absolutely gorgeous. I love that he does this side porting in addition to the top ports. You can see those there. The design of the slide windows here is very modern looking. And I like how he adds those small accents right there. Little steps leading to the outermost surface of the slide. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And the design of this slide is the Poseidon. And of course, the porting system all right here is the Commander. So we have a Poseidon Commander, and I'm in love with the Poseidon. This is just, absolutely gorgeous, very aggressive, very modern, and very functional in my opinion. So let's get a good look at it. It's beautiful. Anytime you do get an optic cut from them, they give you the little RMR plate cover absolutely free, comes with it. So that's a nice little bonus. Some places charge 20 bucks for those. You'll notice I'm not running an RMR. HoloSun has kind of been my go-to choice for a little while now. I've tried running RMRs, but for some reason the dots just aren't very clear for my eyes. I do have an astigmatism, and so I've noticed that HoloSun's dots are just extremely crisp, even for somebody with my condition. They're just extremely crisp, they're rugged. This is the titanium, so this is the HE508T, and the T stands for titanium. So I like this one a lot more than the 507C, just because now it's a matte black. It doesn't have any of that silly colored lettering that makes it look like a toy. And I just like the way they look. I like the multi-reticle system. I like the auto brightness, the night vision features. I really think it's a great optic. If you don't absolutely have to have that brand name Trijicon on your pistol. I really don't care about that. And so let's go to the fluting. Fluting on here is absolutely gorgeous. Some people have kind of pointed that out, that you can see the little machining mark there at the end, the little circles. That's actually from using a flat end mill bit. And so personally, I like that. To me, it seems really industrial and kind of rugged. I like that. And here we can take a closer look at that porting. Just very precise, no sharp edges. I really don't think you can beat this. And there's that crowning. Just nice and beautiful, nice little accent. And then the engraving that I had commissioned. Very precise. So there's the barrel. Let's go ahead and talk about the magwell, the M&P 2.0 EDC. I like these because they're not extremely large. They're not overly flared. They don't make your combat pistol look like a competition pistol. It's the same one that I have on here right now. It's not too robust. I've seen a lot of magwells that just look kind of gross. And although I like the Sig Sauer P320 X5 Legion and that X5 magwell, that's like on the cusp of being too big, but I don't think it's too big just yet. And so here's the retaining pin. for this. Both are machined out of aluminum. So you know this thing's not going to snap as easy as just a little polymer piece that comes in here. All right, so we got to see how the Commander performed in my last video. In this one, we're going to go ahead and get in depth with the slide, talk a little bit about the actual specifics of the design, as well as the company that is producing them. First, though, I'd like to speak a little bit about my experience with Weapons Armament Research, henceforth referred to as WAR. They made the M&P Afterburner, which I did the video of a while back. During the first week of October 2018, I did a lot of digging, trying to find a method of getting a red dot mounted to the M&P 2.0 5-inch that wasn't a dovetail sight replacement, because that's not something that I think is a really good alternative. I discovered a company that actually did the slide cut that catered to the top side loaded chamber indicator. This company was, of course, WAR. I looked on their website and found that they had some other offerings for M&P pistols, which included slide serrations and barrel and slide porting. I found a single video of the Afterburner, which is what they named the actual barrel porting. The video was not very informative at all. He only put like one mag through it, but damn, that pistol looked freaking wicked. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I instantly had to have it. I tried using the contact portal through the website to reach out and never received a response. I tried calling the number on the site and couldn't get an answer. Finally, after several call attempts, I found the actual company email and wrote that I had been attempting to make contact about making a purchase. Within 2 minutes or so of sending that email, I got a call back from Annibal Salinas, the business owner. He apologized for not answering the calls and told me that he doesn't answer out-of-town numbers. His operation is in Houston, and I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump away here in San Antonio. But we spoke, and I asked him questions about the online pricing and what exactly some of the terminology referred to on his site. He cleared up a few things for me, so I asked him how long the lead time was. Over the phone, he told me 4 to 6 weeks, but closer to 4. I placed my order right then and there. I mean, 1 month ain't too bad, huh? So October 11th, the order was placed and I got my slide and barrel shipped out. Shipping to Houston from San Antonio takes about 1 to 2 days max. November 7th, I emailed and asked what the ETA was, what it was looking like for my order, and never got a response. Through the next 2 weeks, I called a few times, left a couple of voicemails, and I finally got him on the phone. He told me that my slide should be going out before Thanksgiving, the 25th. Thanksgiving came and went. So on November 27th, I reached out through his Facebook. That night he responded and told me that he had been on vacation and would check on my order status first thing in the morning. He and I exchanged a couple of messages that following morning, and that afternoon he got to me and said that I was about a week and a half out. So that would take us to mid-December if we go with a longer end, and that puts us at over 2 months now. On December 10th, I asked if there was any chance that I'd be getting it that week. He told me he would definitely try. 7 days later, I asked if I would receive it before Christmas. On the 21st, 4 days later, he responded with this: "No, I might finish it this weekend, but I doubt shipping will make it in time for Christmas. I will be finishing up on backlog this upcoming week. I'll be on vacation from my day job, so I'll have all day, every day to work on the backlog." I asked what an accurate ETA was for my slide. He said week of Christmas. He also apologized for the wait and told me he would give me a 15% discount on any future purchase since it was long overdue. Personally, I would have liked 15% off my current order for the inconvenience, but maybe I'm crazy. 12 days later, morning of January 2nd, I asked, "This week maybe?" No response. So I decided it was time for action. The next morning, I drafted up a message and sent him this. I have to say that I'm really disappointed in this entire experience. I've tried very hard to be patient, but if I had known that I would be without my primary pistol for an entire quarter, I would never have sent it in. I spent close to $1,000 under the expectation that it would take 6 weeks at most, with 4 weeks being the fastest turnaround. We are now at double what you told me would be the longest turnaround time. If your backlog was so overfilled, you should have given a longer turnaround time, or should have just stopped taking new orders if it was something you couldn't handle. I understand at that point people might not buy services, but it's the honest thing to do. I understand that it's possible you truly had no idea it would take this long. You mentioned that you had a day job. If I had a service that was in such high demand that my backlog was 3 months, I would call that the tipping point in which I should probably quit my day job because my hobby has become successful enough to pay the bills, especially at $400 to $850 per slide. Even at 1 slide per day, that's insane money. Alas, if my slide hasn't been started, I would like to cancel my order, be issued a refund, and have my main pistol back in one piece. I have been out my pistol and $840 for far too long. I hope you can understand. He almost immediately responded and said that my slide would ship out Monday. I said thank you and apologized if I was being rude. He was very understanding and admitted that he dropped the ball. Sunday night, we confirmed that it would indeed be shipping out the very next day, Monday. Delivered January 8th, 3 entire months later. I took it out to shoot the very next day, and I was incredibly impressed. After seeing it perform, I felt it was definitely worth the wait. Even though it was a lot of trouble, it was worth it. It was amazing. Fast forward to present day, something I'd like to make mention of is Floyds Custom's communication. They are totally on the ball when it comes to trying to get a hold of them or ask them a question. They're extremely easy to get a hold of or get in contact with, and Jeff Jr., the son who does all the pistol work, was updating me on my slide every step of the way. Whereas, I think you all know what I'm going to say, it was a nightmare trying to communicate with Weapons Armament Research. Several people in the comments of my Afterburner video were definitely dealing with the same nightmare. I mean, we aren't talking days, we're talking weeks of radio silence for phone calls, emails, Facebook Messenger. So Floyds is in first place for response time and overall friendliness, for sure. If you guys want to go follow him on Instagram, you can use that as a portal to communicate with them. The machining master himself is on there, and he responds pretty fast, I'll admit. Sometimes faster than I would respond to a message. I've found that that's the easiest way to get a hold of him. Just to stay in touch and get your updates for your slide or whatever work that you're having done. You can also check out the crazy cool work he's producing for other people. He's always posting pictures and videos of custom designs that he's developed or that somebody requested. So it's pretty good to stay up to date with him on there. I will go ahead and say that Floyds Custom is not sponsoring this video in any way. They're not swaying my opinion. I'm speaking based solely off of my personal experience with Floyds Custom and Weapons Armament Research. And, now that we have that out of the way, some other things I'd like to talk about, and that I think that Floyds is the leader in, is best prices around for that type of work. I haven't found anybody else that does that quality of work or that type of work for any cheaper. They do the best work on the market, in my opinion. After seeing this, I mean, y'all got to see it up close. Everything is just so precise. I can't think of a company that does it any better. You may think that Salient or Agency Arms might be the leader in that, but I've owned those pistols, and they're at least neck and neck. I'm not noticing too drastic of a difference between a really high-end Gucci company like that versus Floyds Custom. The machining seems to be of equal quality. So there's that. They take customer requests when it comes to tailoring the customizations of the customer's taste. Their solution for dealing with the loaded chamber flag is far more reliable than Weapons Armament Research. War pressed a steel shim in there, and that's it. It actually started walking out of place after a few hundred rounds, and here are some pictures of that, you can see that it was actually coming up and out of the slide. So that's no good. Floyd's press fits aluminum aircraft or aircraft aluminum in place of the chamber flag, and then they press a steel roll pin in there crossways through the slide. So if you're looking at it like this, that roll pin's coming in right here to keep that little piece in place. So that's extremely reliable. That piece of aluminum is not going anywhere. That also keeps gas from shooting up onto the glass, the front glass of your optic. So that's a good thing. You don't want carbon buildup on the front of your optic and to obstruct your sight picture. So they offer the absolute best performance enhancements. I mean, seriously, if you have erectile dysfunction, just get one of these bad boys and I guarantee you'll get it up no problem. Other companies like Agency Arms, Salient Arms really only offer aesthetic custom work. They literally don't affect performance whatsoever unless you're calling, the press check front slide serrations severe performance enhancements. They help, but in terms of the pistol performing on its own, no. Salient and Agency do not offer that. So you're spending a ton of money on slide work, and all you get is a better looking pistol from those companies. That's it. Floyds can do slide cuts for several red dots, including the Armarn Hollow Sun. That's a 1 footprint. The Delta Point Pro from Leopold, the Vortex Venom, the Burris Fastfire 3. So they pretty much got you covered no matter what MRD you're running. I will say that if you get an RDS cut, that you will absolutely need a Glock rear sight, because in order to get this on the slide properly, they do actually have to machine out the original dovetail cut from Smith & Wesson. So you'll use your standard Smith & Wesson dovetail up front, which they actually move back a little bit, and then a Glock rear sight. And if you're wondering what height you need for both of these, just go ahead and give Jeffrey just shoot him a text or something, and he'll let you know what exactly you need depending on what red dot you're running. And for a little bit extra, I think it's about $60, $65, Floyds will actually include co-witness sights for you. They're blacked out, they're from Ameriglow, but they can get those installed for you, so you don't even have to deal with that. You don't have to do any gunsmithing yourself. Another item that I feel is worth mentioning is with Weapons Armament Research, you give them your money up front, and then you had to wait a very, very long time to get your product. I know he's doing top ends in-house now for his new Glock afterburner, so I'm sure that the lead times are way down, but with Floyds, they get the work completed, show you what it looks like, and then you pay at the end before they ship it out. And so that's a heck of a deal in my book. The turnaround times are much faster than what I've experienced with companies like Salient, Agency, and Weapons Armament Research. When I placed my order, Jeffrey told me that I was looking at about a 4-week turnaround time. He sent it back in 3. So I was extremely excited about that. It was very unexpected, and I really appreciated it. I got quite a bit more done to it than I did with my afterburner, and it got shipped back in only 3 weeks. So, to sum it up, the performance of the barrel porting is second to none. The slide work and designs are original and look great. The work is of equal or greater quality compared to Salient or Agency Arms. They actively cater to RDS cuts for slides with the chamber flags. Their prices are better than competitors for similar work. Better lead times at the moment. Quality control is amazing. And best customer service and communication I've ever experienced. Other companies really only offer aesthetic upgrades. Floyds didn't stop there. They said they could do better, and they did. By creating the Commander porting, they have become the pinnacle of custom M&P work. So be sure to check out the links in the description. Go and say hi to them, introduce yourself, see what they have to offer. And remember, please enter that giveaway, all right? We're giving away Gen 3 PMags. We're giving away speed loaders, giving away some M&P knives. And if you can see back here, we got some stickers for you. I'll actually post some better pictures so you can see the stickers that I'm offering in my sticker pack giveaways. So definitely join that, become part of the group. If you have any questions about gear that I'm running, or if you're wondering why my plate carrier is not up there right now, just hit us up on the BROzooka Arms Facebook page and we'll get back to you. If you have any questions about the gear we're running, what type of ammo works best and what, you know, feel free to hit us up. I'm trying to create a community here and where like-minded people can go and talk and ask questions and share their experiences. So if you notice that I've got my scruff back and you're thinking, hey, he looks very John Wickish, well, that's because we're going to be doing some John Wick gun reviews. This is the MPX that he uses in the John Wick 3 Parabellum. He loves his 9mm, huh? And so that's what our next video is going to be. I might have my STI 2011 Combat Master in by that time, and hopefully we'll be able to start recording, we'll start filming next week with this and the STI Combat Master. I'm really looking forward to it. Neither of them have been shot yet. They're both brand spanking new, so I think it's going to be pretty fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, we'll see you guys next time.